Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about a Microsoft Word feature called Tables. You can find it in the Insert tab right here. If you click on it, you see this pop-up box where you can change the dimension of your table to whatever you want. If you need a table that's bigger than 10 by 8, I will show you how to do that in a second. Right now I'm going to go ahead and make a 2 by 4 table. If you don't want it to stretch all the way across the screen like it is now, you can highlight it, right click, and make sure you don't highlight out of the table like I just did, and go to auto fit. You can auto fit it to the contents in the table, to the window, or just have a fixed column width that you can change on your own. I'm going to auto fit to contents, or this one. If you would want to add a column or a row, you just right click, go to insert. You can insert a column to the left or the right, above or below, or you can just insert a cell if you want. I'm going to put a column to the right. And you'll give me a second to put some data in the table. I will show you some other things you can do with it. Okay, so right now the table's kind of all together, but if you would want to distinguish your variables from the actual data, you can highlight the part that you would want to distinguish, go to Borders and Shading. After you right click, I'm just gonna undo. What I just did was removed these lines just so it looks a little nicer. And then this one you would want to make a little bit bolder. So if you unclick that, change the width, and click it back in, then it changes it on the table. And do the same thing for this side. And then you have a pretty nice table. Say you had more than one table in your lab report or whatever you're working on. Instead of printing out one page with them all right after the other, you could move this one up into this space to save some room. You can, if you mouse over the table, this little box appears up here. And if you put your mouse over it, you can drag the table around and put it wherever you want. But this is really inefficient, and it doesn't work very well when you have text in the way. So another thing you can do is highlight it, hit Control-C to copy, put your cursor right here, hit Control-V, and then it puts it right beside it. And you wouldn't want it this close. So what you can do is highlight the last column in your first table, right click, and insert a column to the right to give it a little bit of a buffer zone. Then you can go to Borders and Shading and get rid of all of the middle lines. And then when you go to print it out, you get this. And you can do the same thing to continue down the row. If your X and Y are a part of a bigger whole, you can insert a row above. And just let me get rid of all of the lines real quick. And you can highlight the two above these, right click, merge the cells, and then type in the master title for it. And then there you go. So next, I'm just gonna get rid of some of this stuff. If you have a table and you say you were in lab and you had multiple data runs, instead of typing out run 1, run 2, run 3, you can just highlight a column, go to Home tab and hit Numbering, and it goes ahead and numbers your columns that you have highlighted. Rows. Or I'm not sure what application you would use this for, but you can just go ahead and number every cell if you needed to. Let's see what else you can do with these. You can change the cell alignment, which I'll go ahead and use this one. Right now they're all oriented to the left, I believe. You can center them or make them to the right.